Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackie at Kruse in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you a very wonderful accident. I say accident because I am not a structured recipe follower. I just create by measuring with my heart and with what I have available to me. This is one of my very favorite. I think it's become one of my husband's very favorite. It is a savory chicken with sun-dried tomatoes over rice dish. Now we raise our own dual-purpose chickens here on our homestead. If you aren't familiar with my other channel, which is my main channel, it is called Krusin the Sierra Farm. And you can follow along what we do on that channel, which is where we grow all of our garden vegetables, fruit, herbs, livestock that we eat, and composting and all sorts of different things. But I will probably mention it lots in my cooking videos, because my shopping is in my backyard. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started so you can learn how to make this savory chicken yumminess. All right? I'm going to try to get this situated so that you're going to see it the best. You are on my dining room table. We are using a buffet burner to cook for you. All right, I can already feel the heat coming off of this. So this is kind of almost going to be a review because this is the first time I've used the hot plate. So without further ado, let's get going. So here we have this is Kerrygold grass-fed butter, which is one of our favorites. I'm just gonna cut off a chunk here. Maybe a little more. Now I'm doing a little more simply because I have freeze-dried ingredients. You guys may or may not have freeze-dried ingredients. It does not matter if you do or you don't, okay? If you don't, you'll be using fresh or spices from the grocery store. It's all good. All right, so one of the things I want to teach you guys is that butter smoke point is much lower than, let's say, olive oil, and it can cause the butter to burn. So what I like to do is just to take some extra virgin olive oil. I have organic extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. Okay. All right, so now that that's melted and looking good, you can hear it sizzling. So now that it is sizzling and such, we're gonna go ahead and put in our chicken. Now, this is home-raised chicken. It's about the equivalent of 2 large chicken breasts. Now, this is going to be feeding trying to get this, there we go. I am only feeding my husband and I. This will most likely give us leftovers for the following day, and that's good. So I'm going to turn this up a little bit. So we are on like a medium-high heat. We're just going to stir this around. Now, again, I love to use my fresh ingredients. However, to do this video, I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me chop stuff. I think that that's redundant, and we might as well just get to the nitty-gritty, right? But here are some garlic. This is a garlic pod from my garden. That was harvested in July. It is now the middle of November. But what I do have here is, drum roll please, freeze-dried garlic from the garden. The butter and the oil will help rehydrate that. And if you're anything like me, I'm an absolute garlic lover. It's the Italian in me. So you're gonna add some fresh chopped up garlic or freeze-dried chopped up garlic. You're gonna add some red onion. You don't need a whole onion, okay? If you get a big red onion, I'd say chop half of it. Oh, it's starting to smell lovely. Okay, so the great thing that we want to happen is for flavors to meld as it cooks. Here are freeze-dried mushrooms. Again, use store-bought fresh, or if you have freeze-dried, I just tend to crumble them up. But you can chop them up into whatever size pieces you like. And notice how I am not measuring. Just put it in. All right. Now this is what makes it have bomb flavoring. Well, everything does. But these are sun-dried tomatoes. And I think this makes the whole meal. It really does. But you want all of those ingredients together as that meat cooks so that the flavors meld in with the chicken. So right here I have, I don't know if I had to guess, it's maybe a teaspoon of salt. Here, if I had to guess, it's maybe a half a teaspoon of pepper. Mine is coarse ground. You can use whatever. It won't matter. All right, so we're just gonna let this cook until the chicken is cooked through. Now, because my pan is so big, this is my favorite cooking pan, and it's because it's an excellent non-stick pan. Makes it really super easy for me to do these videos. But there's a burner next to this pan. It's just, you can see it right here. It's just not going to allow for me to be doing the rice right next door to this. So what you would be doing is making rice on another burner. However much is good for you and your family and however many you're feeding. You could do it over egg noodles if you wanted to, or over a bed of quinoa if you wanted to, or over a bed of zucchini noodles. Zucchini spiralized, that's what that means. Okay, really this meal should not take hardly any time at all, but you want to make sure that your chicken is cooked all the way through. So anyway, you can just keep cooking it. If you want to turn it down at this point and walk away with a lid on it while your rice finishes or gets close to finishing, that's okay too. But I'm gonna just kind of watch over this. Now what my husband doesn't know is that I'm cooking this for tonight's dinner, but it's only 11:30 a.m. So we are going to have to reheat our dinner, but that's okay. I will reheat it on the stove when he gets home while the rice is cooking. So again, you know, like I said, so many different variations. Gosh, you could add some fresh spinach. we're in the middle of November right now, so I don't have any fresh spinach quite yet ready to harvest. I do have some chard I could go out and cut up, but not for this video. But get creative with it. I would, if I had all of the spinach in the world right now, it would absolutely be chopped up and put in here. I love adding spinach to sauteed savory meals like this. Now, as you can tell, like, butter's not burning, but butter is adding flavor. You know, some might say, well, why aren't you just using the olive oil? Well, I love olive oil and I cook with it quite a bit. However, I love the flavor that butter gives to our meals. Gosh, I wish you could smell how lovely this is. But I'm hoping you all are going to smell how wonderful it smells, because y'all are going to make it. Now, there are a lot of YouTube channels out there that put recipes in the description box. But how can I do that when I measure with love? So do what feels comfortable to you. I can't tell you how many videos I actually go back and re-watch. Like if I find that I really love to try new things that other people have out there, and I make it once and then say I don't make it for another couple months, but I want to refresh my memory, I go back to that channel and re-watch. And now that I'm a YouTube channel creator, I know how valuable that is to that YouTube channel. That my watch time and my watch time, or their watch time hours, is helped by the times that I watch their videos. But y'all can do what you want to do, but I'm all about helping one another out, which is why I'm sharing with lots of people. I have a lot of people that have known me forever. Family, friends, local people that are constantly saying you should be doing a cooking channel and or cooking classes. I'm not sure how you do cooking classes when you don't ever follow recipes, except when it comes to baking. That seems to always be the one that is I mean, it can be forgiving, and I think once you begin to do the same repetitive recipe, it becomes something that's automatic. So truthfully, people that do bake a lot probably don't measure strictly. All right, so our chicken is pretty well cooked, so we're gonna move on to the next stage. And that is, we're going to be adding heavy whipping cream, or heavy cream, okay? Again, I wish I had this on hand, and no, I'm not measuring. I just know roughly how much I need for dinner, and that we like it to be creamy. Okay, and that will thicken up as it heats up a bit. That coloring that you're seeing, yes, could be some of the butter, but mostly it's coming from the oils in the sun-dried tomatoes. Usually sun-dried tomatoes are stored in an olive oil. All right, and so here is our Parmesan. Now we are just going to cook until that cheese melts and until everything is a little bit thicker, and then we are done. What is one of your favorite things? Drop me a comment down below and tell me what one of your favorite things to cook, or something that you learned from somebody else, maybe a family member, a grandparent, but what is one of your favorite meals to cook? Or are you not much of a cooker and you're just here to learn? I'm super, super thankful that my husband and I both love to cook. He mainly loves to barbecue, but he makes an absolutely amazing beef stroganoff. And maybe, just maybe, I might be able to get him to do a video and share with you his beef stroganoff recipe. I don't know though. He's pretty particular about that because it's kind of a family thing. Our kids absolutely love Dad's stroganoff. And maybe I'll do a version of my own and he can keep his a secret. We cook a little differently. He definitely is one that likes to measure everything, like precisely, for the most part. Can you see how that sauce has thickened up? I mean, this is a slotted spoon, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it's definitely thickened up. But honestly, this would be excellent over fettuccine. It would be excellent over egg noodles, excellent over quinoa, zucchini. But we will be having it over rice tonight, which is the way we like to have it. I haven't gotten my husband on board with quinoa quite yet. Alrighty, well, there you have it. Super savory chicken and sun-dried tomato meal. Shoot, you could just have it like this if you want. You don't have to have it over anything. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell. And hit that thumbs up while you're at it. And I would love you to share with your friends. We'll see you on the next cooking video. You all have a great, great Sunday afternoon.